Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
Hello,
I was
Nick.
grooving out.
Yeah, you were doing something mighty strange there.
I don't know what it is. It's something that I don't know if it's because of like the algorithm or what, but there is this, I keep getting served these videos on Facebook and they'll be from like this one was from a page called Simple Life Cooking,
Mm-hmm.
but they keep sharing these videos called like Best Action Movie 2021 Must See. And then it's just these like 20-minute clips of like, they look like movies with fucking big budgets because like the special effects are crazy, but it's always just like these 20-minute like clips. Like this one in particular was like this movie. It looked like a Chinese movie where like a bunch of people were just getting their fucking heads ripped off by like little crabs. Like these crabs are just like swarming people and fucking like ripping their heads off. And it's playing at like 1.5 times speed. And for some reason they've like edited like nightcore like techno music over it.
Uh-huh. I
And
feel
I'll
like
watch these
nothing you watch more than 1,000 people have ever seen.
Well, no, I mean, people are. That's what's crazy about these videos is like you're watching, you're like, what the fuck is this? And then you see that like it's got like 10,000 likes. This video that's being shared.
I just wonder who the people are who like just like ads and stuff.
Dude,
Everything
I don't
has
know.
likes on there.
Well, a lot of these pages, a lot of these pages, like pages that you liked back, like when Facebook started. We've talked about this before, but
Yeah.
I remember, like, I liked a page called Morgan Freeman's Voice when I was like 14 on Facebook.
Yeah, and now it's child pornography. So
yes,
good luck.
It's now it's sharing like alt-right memes. Yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
I just keep like getting stuck. I watched like 30 minutes of the movie John Carter this way last night. I was like texting Robbie about it because I was like, I'm watching a Chinese rip of John Carter and this movie rules. Like, I'm watching it on Facebook.
Why are you on Facebook?
Because I'm in the group chat.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have the group chat up, and then this will be like the first video on my feed that I get that gets sent to me.
Like, we got to get this to Nick Aldershaw immediately.
And they're right.
Bump it to the top.
Yeah. So now it's like I'm back to like loving Facebook basically. I'm like, Facebook's awesome.
Just because, like, the algorithm has no idea what to make of you.
I will say this, like, the algorithm is a scary thing, but it's also dead on. Like, it has figured out exactly what I want.
Has it now?
Yeah, just show me fucking like violent Chinese movies set to techno music, and I keep coming back. I cannot get on this. So anyway, that's why I was like fucking just like jamming out to some nightcore while a fucking mutant was like crawling its way out of a dude's back.
Nice.
Instead of paying attention to you on the Zoom call.
Yeah, I have everything like ad blocked. I use like Firefox for everything, so I can't imagine what they're serving me by now. Like, I assume if I turn off ad block and browse the net, it's just going to be wild.
It's terrifying. Yesterday I got an ad for something that I was thinking about. Like, I hadn't spoken to anybody yet. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it was, but I was just like thinking about it. And then, like,
COVID, it's even creepier because it's not like there's someone there for you to be conversing with for your phone to hear you. Right.
It was very fucking weird. What the fuck was it? Oh, it was for aloe vera. It was for like some brand of aloe vera. I was like thinking like I really got to get some aloe vera. I want to like rub myself down with aloe vera. I know that's a weird thing to say.
That is a very weird thing to say. Yes.
I want to keep my moisturizer game up, and then I hadn't said that to anybody. I was like laying in bed.
You have the most interesting self-image.
Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm taking care of my skin.
Like, you look fine, good even, and you're always just like, man, my bacteria is all fucked up.
Well, everyone's bacteria is fucked up. I am this close to getting back into like just putting quartz on my achy joints, dude.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna crystal out if this pandemic doesn't end soon, I'm going to clear out the
Just
Goop
like
store.
folk healing.
I'm just like shoving a yoni egg in my ass.
Yeah. Certainly this will cure COVID.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I forgot that you're down with Goop. You're
I
with
think
Reese.
I go back and forth on Goop. I think that where I get
Or no,
upset
that-
with Goop,
Yeah. Sorry.
I'll be more okay with Goop once we have universal healthcare, because the problem with Goop is obviously that like people are spending money on that but like before shelling out the cash for
Well,
actual medicine.
Because it's cheaper, even though it's like $80 for a damn pussy egg.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, people who can't afford like an OBGYN or a gynecologist, they're just getting their magic egg.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think once we have universal healthcare, I will be fully on board the Goop train, because I want to love it so bad.
Nick, we will never have universal health care.
Well, then my affection for Goop is marked with trepidation, but I still think I like Goop. I still just get a right kick out of it.
We really are not good at like analyzing what's true and what isn't.
No, but you know what? I'm taking in new information every day, which is what they say keeps you young. That and a healthy dose of aloe vera on your skin.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a second?
Mm-hmm.
I think
We recording? Did we get any of that?
No, we've been recording. I just thought the levels were fucked up, but they're fine.
Okay, so you asked me to do that as I was taking a drink. Oh fuck! I think Rita drank out of this. I can always taste when she drinks out of it. I don't know what it is, but it's not minty, but there's a zest to my water whenever she gets her face in it to drink it.
Ugh. So it tastes like cat shit.
No, it doesn't taste like cat shit. It probably tastes like cat food. Yeah.
That is horrendous.
Well, look, man. Luckily, I'm taking my probiotics, so it can't hurt me.
Yeah, that is exactly what it means.
That's exactly what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, how do
Yeah, I bought a multivitamin, so I think I can start smoking again.
Yeah, you probably.
I think they're going to cancel each other out.
Definitely.
I mean, imagine if I started smoking again. I would not be able to climb those hills anymore.
That's how I feel. Just like when I have one carrot, I'm like, I can have fun again. I've put the work in. Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, buddy, you were doing good on those hills.
Yeah,
that was by far the toughest one we've done.
Oh yeah, that was the first one. So yeah, you and I, we've been going on weekly hikes with our friend Dan, who is just jacked. There's yeah, and just constantly walking like 100 miles.
Yeah. That's what he does for fun. He like goes to fucking like Death Valley for fun.
Yeah.
To just like put his body through the ringer.
So that one, the one that we went to last night, which is like scary, it like is unsafe.
Yeah,
that's the first one he brought me to after like a year of just like COVID sedentary lifestyle. He's like, yeah, let's meet up, let's go hiking. And then I'm just like climbing up rocks, looking down, being like, if I slipped, I would die. If I fall, I die.
Dude, and it would be like a comical, it would be so long it would be comical. People would see you like bouncing and boinging like all the way down.
And it must happen sometimes, but there were a lot of people up there. And not everybody looked hardcore. People were like holding dogs and stuff.
Oh, I couldn't take a dog up there, dude.
No.
I'd be so worried.
Yeah, what if the dog slips and then I just have to jump after him because I can't bear to live without him?
My feeling the whole time, because like I love hiking, but my biggest fear is absolutely heights. And on that trail, there were so many times where I was just like, where the fuck is the railing? Like, this mountain is not up to code, dude. Who the fuck did this?
It is not up to code at all.
At all. Oh, and me and Isaac did not have good traction on our shoes.
No.
So there's a video of it that is so horrible. But like, we got up the mountain all right. but then like going down, it's like there's
Mhm.
parts of it where you're literally just like going
Yeah.
down vertically, and I'm like basically skiing with my fucking like running shoes.
Yeah.
Until I just like fell back into like a crab claw.
It's
and
like
just got-
Banjo-Kazooie or something. You need the legs to come out of the backpack.
It literally felt like the slide in Mario 64, where you're like, fuck, I'm about to fall off this thing and lose all my coins.
You can't be losing those coins.
No, you need those coins. But yeah, no, I mean, it got to a point where like Dan was good. He had the right shoes. You had your walking sticks. You were good. And Isaac and me
because
were
my
just
knee's fucked up, so I'm the only guy using trekking balls.
well, it's probably a good choice, honestly.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, but Isaac and me were just like doing the fucking exorcist walk down the hill while like Dan is filming us. While he's laughing so audibly we can hear him from like 50 feet away.
And he always he gets so far ahead, he's like in the distance. You can barely see him while he's filming you.
I lost track of him. I didn't know where he was. Yeah, goddamn. That was fun. I've been having fun doing that though.
It is fun.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Really, it is definitely the highlight of my week, by far. Because the only time I'm around people is we're like masked up outside.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, what else is there, you know?
There's nothing.
I look forward to like it's that, and I keep finding excuses to go to the grocery store. Like I will deliberately go to the grocery store and I know that I need shit. Like I know that I need toothpaste, but I don't buy it that day, so I have an excuse to like leave the house again the next day and just like walk like 30 minutes to the grocery store.
Life is so sad.
I mean, we're definitely as we approach a year of COVID with the end kind of in sight, but not really. It's getting fucking weird. My girlfriend's getting vaccinated tomorrow.
Nice.
That's gonna be sick.
That means you can stop using condoms.
Yeah, that's what that means. Yeah, we'll be sure to stop right away.
Hell yeah.
No, but it's just like because I was thinking about this
You just
today.
think the vaccine cures everything. You're just like coming in her, and she's like, "What if I get pregnant?" It's like, you got the vaccine. It's fine.
Well, do you know what's crazy? Some of the vaccines they're finding do have like remedies beyond just COVID. Like they want to start using one of the COVID vaccines in like AIDS patient therapy. Because apparently there are these surprise benefits to it that
Nice.
doctors are like, yeah.
Hell
sick,
yeah.
dude.
It's the 1970s again, baby. Free love.
Yeah.
We're coming out of COVID. Fucking.
It would be awesome if we traded AIDS for COVID. I would be way more willing to fucking risk that.
It would be a fair trade.
Yeah, well, my whole thing with the fucking vaccine shit is like we're getting people vaccinated. The months long rollout is troubling to me because we still don't know how long the vaccination lasts. Because it could be like 3 months, like the antibodies at most. So that means like by the time that I get vaccinated, my grandparents and my family who have been vaccinated, their vaccine will have potentially worn off, and then I'll be good, but like they won't be. So like it feels like we're gonna be in this it just feels like we are not out of the woods yet, and it feels like we're gonna hit these weird roadblocks that like
I feel like things are going to get worse again. I don't know how, but this is definitely not as bad as it gets.
Well, I mean, just the fact that like it's mutating. Did I already say this on here? Where it's like, I mean, it was on Bill Maher, so it's like take it with a grain of salt. But they had two.
What's Bill Maher talking about without Trump in office?
Bill Maher is weird, dude. Bill Maher is like, I mean, because Bill Maher has all like the intellectual dark web guys on. Like he has like Ben Shapiro on and Jordan Peterson on because like he kind of likes them, even though he's like a classic like party Democrat. He's also just like kind of an asshole.
Yeah,
I don't know how hard he railed against Trump.
He's like, well, I love Hillary, but I also love saying the N-word on television. So I'm going to have to make some strange bedfellows on this one.
Well, he hates Muslims, dude. So that'll never go out of fashion. He's great at really getting upset. I remember like one time there was an episode a couple years ago where he talked about how like the name Muhammad was rising in popularity like in the UK, and he was like, isn't that just chilling? And I was like, I guess. I don't know. I'm like, why don't you fucking just calm down, dude?
Seems fine.
But the scientists were saying that it seems likely that COVID, whether it was released intentionally or not, it seems likely that it was man-made because it's mutating to be more effective and potentially more deadly, and viruses typically mutate weaker. Which it makes sense if you think about it, because that's obviously like how viruses that come around eventually, like their threat is like lessened over time, because viruses don't want to, ideally they don't want to kill their hosts. They want to find better ways to like what do you call it, like coexist with their hosts without, just because if we die, they die. But COVID is mutating in a way where like it's making itself more effective
but like
at spreading.
What other man-made viruses are there that we can say like, yeah, they get better?
Brandon, look, these are two scientists. These people have credentials. Okay, I mean, I'll look it up right now. I'll look at what are some famous man-made viruses.
Yeah, let's look it up. I don't know. Look, it came out of that lab in China, but I don't think that it's man-made. I think they were goofing around with bats in there, having a good time. Somebody got a little rowdy, spilled a beaker.
Man-made. I shouldn't say man-made like it was original, but it seems like it was modified. Like it seems like it was an existing type of coronavirus, because it did exist in like pangolins and bats, but it seems like these two people were basically saying that evidence points to it potentially being modified. Now, again, these are not my words, okay? This is on HBO, all right? And they wouldn't put anything on it. They wouldn't put just anything on HBO.
Yeah, they wouldn't put just anything on HBO. Cut to girls.
Cut to fucking Lovecraft Country.
Yeah. Cut to fucking the Hannah Einbinder show.
Oh, no, that's a virus. That was definitely man-made. All I can do is report the facts, okay, Brendan?
Yeah, people listen to this podcast to get good takes.
I mean, we've had, I feel like every once in a while we've had, I mean, look, we called the laser fires.
Yeah, we definitely called that. That was 100% true, and the reason it's back in the news is because everyone likes it.
I had people messaging me saying, hey, yo, when are you guys getting Marjorie Taylor Greene on the podcast? And I was like, as soon as somebody can give me your contact info, we'll have her.
I disagree. No, if you're getting contentious people on, you want them to be funny.
I feel like
you don't want to just have like misinformed evil people on just because like they aren't mad at you for like culture war reasons.
Did you see there was I just saw the screen grab of like her, because I guess now she's being like grilled in Congress. And so like, it was just her on CNN, and the cryon was like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene in quotes, 9/11 absolutely happened. So she's like, clarifying that she does believe in 9/11.
It's like the Alex Jones, Rogan episode where like Rogan's like, now school shootings happen, and Alex is like, yeah, and he's like, and Sandy Hook, and it happened. Yeah.
Joe. I never said Sandy Hook didn't happen. Okay, it was completely taken out of context, and I think they literally cut to a clip of him saying it.
Yeah.
Look, you can't even. Nobody has a perfect batting average, Brendan. That's what I'll say in regards to Mr. Jones. All right. Sometimes it's like you have a news show every day. Sometimes you got to throw stuff out there and hope that maybe you can will it into existence.
Yeah, sometimes as a newsman, you want to manifest the news, ideally.
Brendan, that is a great tradition of the news, dude. That's one of the all-time traditions of the American news. He's following in the noble footsteps of William Randolph Hearst. But yeah, I mean, okay, so we won't have Representative. I'm gonna call her Representative Greene just because we see eye to eye on the Jewish space lasers.
I call her Madam President.
I have to stop drinking that water.
Yeah, why are you still drinking the cat water?
Because I'm really thirsty.
Good God, Nick, your room
this
is
point-
disgusting.
At this point, I feel like it's like I had a little. I might as well in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yep. Like my room is like cluttered and dirty, but your room is like always immaculate, but it seems like it's just teeming with disease.
No, it's not I wouldn't say it's teeming with disease.
You're like, I got cat shit in my eye and now I'm blind.
No, it wasn't-
sorry, the water tastes like cat food.
Well, the problem is my room is. I mean, like my room is only like a couple feet. If I laid down, I think there's only like a couple extra feet between my head and the wall. It's just close quarters, and I can't like. Look, this house is not the cleanest house in East Los Angeles. I'll say it, okay, but it's certainly not teeming with disease.
Well, my apologies.
It is. The whole house is slanted. I noticed it in my wall today. My whole wall. So like I've got like this house is erected fucking weird. But I mean, I think I talked about this before, but I guess when there was an earthquake, the whole house shifted. So like now, like, you know, like when I go to cook in a pan, if I use any oil at all, like I thought it was maybe like the grate on the grill or like the oven, but it's the house. All the oil runs to like the left side of the pan, no matter what fucking grill you're using, like no matter what stove top you're using. So like you can't. So like if you're making eggs, you're getting a very, very like you're getting a what's the word I want to use? You're getting like a crescent moon egg. You're not gonna get a round egg. And it's the same thing where like one of my walls, I was laying in bed and I noticed that like my wall is like buckled. It's like twisting and buckling. And I was just like laying in bed at like 1 a.m. just like, I wonder what that means for the structural integrity of my room.
It'd be funny if like then when you walk outside, you like completely go diagonal. You're like, what?
Yeah, it's not the best house. Thankfully, it's only a temporary living situation. Isaac and I are going to be out of here soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
You should just like burn it down as you leave.
But Long and Tony still. Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
You should just burn it down as you leave.
Yeah, you're right. What was I thinking?
Man, having roommates sucks.
Yeah, you're going through it right now, huh?
Yeah, it's Ugh. It sucks that like part of capitalism is just like you have to pass a disease back and forth with each other. Unless you like, well, I mean, you don't have to. Like, I could have stayed in my hometown and went to school, and then I would probably own a house.
Right. But the price of following your whimsical individualist dream.
Oh man, boy, do I regret it.
Yeah.
Boy, do I regret having a yearning.
Yeah. I mean, it's a shame. I wish I could say I regret it, but I'm mostly very happy. Like, despite living in a house where I'm, where I'm getting cat shit in my eye and going blind, and my walls are tumbling down on top of me. Overall, I'm like, yeah, I don't think I would change anything.
I bet you and Isaac never move out of that house. I bet there's something about it that just traps you there.
Well, he's definitely moving out because that would be really nice. What you're saying is making me like wistful to even imagine. But he's definitely moving out, and when he moves out, like, I gotta go. There's no way it can be just me and the other people who live here.
No, absolutely not.
Not after we've all made a group effort as a house to ruin one of their air fryers. But it does feel good that there's like a united front like, against this one roommate having nice things.
It is very pleasant.
Yeah. But yeah. It sucks. I mean, how much longer do you think you're going to be in that house?
I mean, I have no idea. Probably like until me and Bay get a place, which there's no like
there's no time frame.
There's no time frame for that. Because
I was under the impression it was soon.
Oh well, I guess it would be soon if I had like an income.
Right. Good point.
But the other thing about living with Bay is that I would have to afford half the bills. And
oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Like one time I was like, hey, so what does your like roommate pay here? She lives with like one roommate. I'm like, so like what does he pay? And she's like, you can't afford my place.
Holy shit! Oh my god, that's so. She wouldn't even tell you.
She knows. She knows
Okay.
what I make,
Holy fuck, that's cold.
which is currently nothing. Which is currently nothing because the EDD website is as best as I can tell, it's a series of puzzles to see if you really deserve the money.
Damn, you still aren't getting UI?
No, and I saw an article that like it might not be till like March.
Whoa!
Because it's like tons of people's accounts are all fucked up. They have to like fix them manually or something.
oh my god!
And I know that you got through and they like fixed yours manually, but I think they're just like not answering the phones now. Because I have called like multiple times every day for like a week, and I never even get in like the queue where they put
Did
me on
you-
hold.
Did you call the special number that I gave?
Yes, they caught on to that. They changed it.
Damn.
There's a big
Oh.
warning like we cannot transfer you to a claim specialist or whatever.
Oh fuck, dude. This is why. Damn, dude. Yeah, you got to get on the grift early.
Yeah,
Oh fuck, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That sucks.
it's okay. I fucked up. I made little enough money this year that I'm back to getting a tax return. That's nice. Little blast from the past.
That's awesome. I love tax returns, dude.
Yeah.
I use them to pay for the taxes that I owe from the previous year. That's always what I do. Every time I get a fat tax return, I get another message from the IRS being like, all of this is going into what you owe us from 2018.
How do you owe them so much in 2018?
Well, no, I don't know that. It was like I owed them like 300
uh-huh.
or something.
Yeah.
And because I had like a 1099 that year.
hmm
And then I worked a very shitty, just like regular W-2 job in 2019, and I got a big tax return, except I didn't because it went into that. So
Wait, so
no,
they're like compounding fees and stuff?
what do you mean?
Does
Well,
the
no,
IRS do
because-
interest? I thought they just like wanted the money.
No, there's no interest. There was a little bit of interest because I didn't pay until I did my taxes next year. Like I filed but didn't pay. So then when I got taxes back because I had a W-2, the amount of taxes that they would have sent me back, they're like, well, you still owe us like 300. So of the money that we're going to send back to you, we're going to take what you owe us and then give you the remainder.
Oh, I thought you owed like $300 like 5 years ago, and every year they just take your $1,000 return. They're like, this is what you get, bitch.
No, it's not like the mob. Gets tacked down to the principal.
Yeah, I thought you were getting your legs broke.
No, dude. Oh yeah, I'm into the IRS for fucking $5 a ziti. It's no good.
Mhm.
It's no good at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. I figured out a way to save a little money. I figured out my first grift. Nick, you'll be proud of this.
I am already.
So I figured out, because I was on LA Care, and then open enrollment was coming up. So I figured out, I was like, if I just don't make any doctor's appointments or pay my premium for like 2 months, or no, it was more than that. I was like, I just like stopped paying my premium, and then I'm like, I'll just switch insurance companies when open enrollment comes. And then they just like canceled my coverage, but like I don't get the penalty or whatever. Basically, I got like 2 free months insurance because they like don't want to cut you off in case you die.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so
Damn,
I switched
I might do
it.
that.
Well, and when I say that I did this, I didn't do it on purpose. I like forgot to pay the bills because I don't check my mail. Because like normally they will just take a credit card, but like I finally had shitty enough insurance that they're like, please mail us a check.
Oh, Brendan, look, I understand that you're humble,
Uh-huh.
but give yourself credit for a scheme, dude.
Uh-huh.
Give yourself
Yeah.
credit.
So I saved like $200 by not using medical services for a couple months.
That's the American dream.
Yeah, that's crazy that that's how it works. It's like, oh man, how can I save money? Well, I'll not pay the $100+ a month that makes me be allowed to go to the doctor and then pay to do it.
Damn, dude. That does suck. I mean, luckily you're the picture of health, so.
Sliding down a mountain.
I I'm sure you're not missing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy. That really does suck. I didn't realize that about your EDD thing. That really sucks, especially because you got some of it.
Well, I think they were just paying me for like the final 1 week of 2020.
Oh,
But they
okay.
paid me like end of January for some reason. So I was like, oh, it's kicking back in. And then it didn't.
It didn't. That's
Yeah.
fucked up, dude. How the fuck?
And
How
that-
is
Honestly, like they say it's like, oh, it's the computer programs, everything needs to be like fixed, but it's like, but it worked last year, so what the fuck? I think it's just like I think they just don't have the money or something.
Well, I do know that like the California unemployment system is like hilariously out of date. Like it just has not been updated. And then they like had to scramble to update it.
But how does it work like Y2K where it's the new year and everything goes to shit?
You're right. It's probably misallocated funds.
Yeah.
Honestly, this state is very poorly managed. Which it's like I hate this because like
Pulling out punch cards and shit.
What?
How do these computers work? Are they using like punch cards?
I have no idea. I would love, dude. Like if a journalist could get photographs of the inside of the California EDD servers, I bet they would make so much money off of those because we all want to know.
Yeah.
Like we all want to see if it's like
also like
literally
no, like how are you not answering the phone? Like if I got through at this point, I would be like, hey, are you hiring? Because I am available.
Well, yeah.
Just so you know, me and everybody else are available to work there, and it seems like no one does.
As horrible as it is like how are these call centers like not outsourced or something? Like it should be as the economy, like as they force everybody to shut down and then reopen and shut down, like as the economy in California like spirals out of control, this should be the number one thing on their list is getting the fucking EDD working. And it's like there's never, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm getting my money fine. So like I'm trying to have like sympathy outrage,
Uh-huh.
but it's fucked. It's super fucked up. It's just unacceptable.
Yeah. It really makes you want to do some sort of hilarious parody type stunt
Oh my god, dude!
to some sort of public figure.
You really want to do a goof on Gavin Newsom?
Mhm.
You
It's
really-
funny
you
that
really-
like the pinned post in the EDD subreddit is just the petition to recall Gavin Newsom.
Dude, I honestly kind of hope he gets fucking recalled. It's
What-
very possible
yeah.
it could happen.
Based off of what? Like, what is he? I know that he's doing a shitty job, but like, what is he doing different from other governors?
It's just basically the way he's mismanaged the state and has like never once acted in the interest of like working class people here.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, look, I love that we have Medi-Cal, but that should also be a given, and it's not enough. Like, I mean, the Los Angeles as a city is fucking filthy, and we get taxed out of the ass for services and benefits that like aren't that great. They're not, and the cost of living here is fucking insane. It seems like he always rules in favor of fucking like landlords in Orange County. This is not a place that's tenable to live if you're a true working class person, and it also requires those people to like stay afloat.
It does.
He's always working in the interest of his famous friends, and also the fact that like, dude. You remember that thing like after like when the lockdowns were still crazy, when cases were crazy,
Mhm.
he had a giant like indoor dinner mask off with like 5 other families. There was like a fuckload of people there. And then when the pictures came out that he had done
Yeah,
that,
then he cracked down.
yeah. Him and Garcetti are not, they're like the Cuomo and de Blasio of the West Coast. They're just horrible leaders.
We should run for office. We have
Yeah?
some good ideas on here.
And we do kind of, you know what? We are kind of like a Cuomo de Blasio. Like it's kind of like a Mario and Luigi.
What if we
thing.
just ran as MAGA guys, then we got in and just were like chill? We were
I
just
mean-
we're just like the election was stolen, the Jews set the fires with lasers, whatever. What do you want? QAnon. Just say all the shit and then get in and just like we're just like yeah, so like socialism, but everybody gets a gun.
Right.
Yeah. Everybody gets a state issued gun and free healthcare.
if I could speak earnestly on the Jewish lasers for a minute,
Mhm.
I believe in them. I'm not saying the fire was intentional because I know that those are intended strictly for cutting holes in bagels. But it's multi-purpose, cutting holes in bagels and getting the perfect circumcision. But I think
Getting circumcised from space.
it's so that the rabbis don't have to get blood in their mouth anymore. It just immediately cauterizes it.
Mhm.
So I'm not denying the existence of Jewish space lasers, much like the Wuhan virus. I'm not saying it was intentionally released. I think there was a mistake. I think they were trying to fucking shoot holes down at Noah's Bagels, and they got the latitude longitude wrong and accidentally set Latuna Canyon on fire, which is an honest mistake.
Interesting proposition.
I try to.
Mhm.
I think the middle ground is where you find the truth.
That makes a lot of sense, Nick. It really makes quite a lot of sense.
Glad we see eye to eye on that. But yeah, man, let's run. Let's like run for office in this state.
Yeah. What's like a good like low level position we could start with? Should we run for like sheriff, but like insist on wearing like a gun on our hip? Just go full cowboy with it.
We should just appoint. We should work our way up. I think that first we should just go down to Little Tokyo and start as like traveling Ronin. Just like walk around and fucking like walk around in kimonos with our sword sheathed, and then like from there maybe we upgrade to like gunslinger. Like we just we upgrade to gunslinger.
We're gonna be samurai. We'll start as like samurai, but instead of like our top knot being our source of honor, it's our foreskin. we surgically like we grow our foreskins back, and then when the shogun kidnaps us, he cuts off our foreskins to steal our honor.
I feel like it's gonna go. So we wander as foreskin knotted Ronin through Little Tokyo. We forcibly take control of the H Mart. We dig our feet in a little bit, get a little power.
Mm.
Then maybe one of us just starts like driving the gold line one day. Like maybe we just like commandeer a train. And I feel like if we siege enough public services, eventually they'll let us make a couple decisions, you know?
Yeah.
Just usurp a bus driver.
Yeah, it'll eventually be like tech companies where now they're letting them make their own like cities in the desert.
Yes, dude. Oh, they're letting them form like mini governments. Did you see that shit?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's state specific. Oh, I'd have to pull that article up. It's not like it's a
Mm-hmm.
like the regulations are on a national level, but like, oh, it's so fucking creepy, dude.
I can't wait to live in Amazon town.
Yeah, that's part of like what. Again, I know we talk about the Great Reset, but how fringe can the Great Reset be when like fucking John Kerry and Joe Biden are talking about it? And it's like the goal with like the Great Reset and this like Saudi prince backed project, The Line, is like they want to rework all major cities essentially into places where like you never have to go more than like 15 minutes for any necessity that you need. For work, grocery store, any of that. So everything is going to be like those. Have you ever been? It's kind of like, have you been to the Grove?
Good, but probably not the way that they're going to do it.
It's not good because it's backed by Wall Street guys and like Goldman Sachs.
Yeah,
and what they're trying.
Really, what they should do is just like get rid of like zoning shit that protects like property values over like quality of life.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like what all this stuff is leading to is like this pipeline where you probably live in like Amazon sponsored housing. You know what I'm like? Do you understand what I'm saying? Where it's like when the housing and the amenities and the work is all built on top of each other, you're gonna be indebted to some company in a fucking weird way, especially when their goal is
it is just gonna be sharecropping.
It's gonna be weird. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Not will own nothing, you'll own nothing. Because I'm gonna still be a fucking Goldman Sachs guy. You know? It's fucking scary shit. I don't know.
I mean, on one hand, I would love a little like concrete cube that someone gives me to live in.
Yeah. But I would like it on my own terms. Just give me the concrete, give me the Lego instructions on how to build it in the desert, and then leave me alone.
Well, what we got to do is we got to beat them at their own game. We got to start our own city first.
That would go so bad. we would constantly be running around just like trying to hold the buildings up while we try to convince people to live there.
Yeah, no, it'll be you, me, our most cherished listeners. So we start about we joke a lot about having like a compound and starting like a cult or whatever, but no, we're going to start a civilization. There's no cult. It's not a compound. It's a big town.
Yeah, that would be sick.
And everybody has their little jobs.
Dude, we'll model it after like fucking Spawn Ranch or something, like the old West towns.
Yeah,
Build
yeah.
a little, like,
It'll
Red
look
Dead town.
sick. We're all definitely going to be doing cool looks.
Yeah, there are definitely people will probably the outfit game will be top tier in that town, dude.
Oh, for sure.
There will be fits up.
People will
and
be
down
like,
the
oh, it
block.
must be Burning Man. Then they get closer and they're like, no. Nope, seems like only dudes. Seems like only dudes and a lot of gunfire.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that Burning Man like still happened last year.
Really?
It's just so. I'm almost.
I mean, that makes sense because
positive-
isn't Burning Man all just like rich tech people?
Yeah, and like new age people, and
yeah,
like new age
and
people
Andrew
all-
Schultz, hilariously.
I think Andrew Schultz described Burning Man as like he called it like the most spiritually profound experience
Yeah.
of his life, and it's like, oh my.
I love that
God,
kind of
dude.
guy, a guy who hasn't left like the same like 12 blocks in New York his entire life. That he's like, you heard about Chicago? I just found out about this new thing.
Apparently, it's been there for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
No, Burning Man is like I think Burning Man wound up being big with like COVID like deniers or truthers or whatever, because they're like this year was the year that like we found the crazy intersection between like Trump supporters are I mean, they're kind of on their goop shit. Where like they're weirdly into like homeopathic shit. Like I didn't realize that Tom Brady is like all about like alternative medicine and fucking like transcendental meditation and all that stuff. Like that's become a conservative thing where it used to be like a hippy dippy liberal thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very weird.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like with the Q shaman and everything.
Yes. Yeah. The Q shaman, dude. Getting vegan meals in jail. Getting taken care of. That's a good
Damn,
gig.
I wonder if he had any doubts putting on that outfit that morning.
You know that he didn't.
Yeah, he's just like, I look fucking sick.
This
And he,
is my moment.
honestly, you know, he's not a good guy, but like he does look sick. That is pretty cool.
It was, dude. Again, I'll say this.
He's like in great shape. It's funny, like because you would expect the guy in like the buffalo headdress to be fat.
No, Brendan, he's dude. He's buying stuff from Goop. He's using the Yoni egg. He's perfect. Well, the funniest thing, like when you watch that, I don't know if I've said this before. I think it's true of all protests, and obviously that protest was fucking freaky. But it was even true in like, you know, whether like the protests are like on the left or on the right. There are large swaths of those protests that are. It's like you would think you were at fucking Comic-Con. Where it's like I was watching like the Baked Alaska stream from like inside the Capitol, and there's just a dude like fully decked out as the main character from fucking Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be Deadpool.
Well, it's like
They see me scaling the Capitol dressed as Spider-Man.
Well, it's like so like there were all those articles about like this is like one of the darkest days in America. Like these trees. This is sedition. These people are treasonous. Like they need to be stopped. That, you know, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. And then you watch a stream from the inside of it, and it's just 30 people going, "Where's the weed at?" Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's so fucking stupid. Where's the weed at? And I mean,
That would have been sick if the dude with like the handgun and the zip ties had also been dressed as like Wolverine or something. He's just Judge Dredd.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Somebody like I'm just imagining like we're reporting live from the Capitol right now. It appears that Scorpion from Mortal Kombat has killed AOC. He ripped her spine out. And he's now standing with it on top of a boombox that's blasting "We Are the Champions" by Queen. It's a horrible sight. It's like, damn, dude, theater kids killed AOC.
Just imagine if, man, the horny outcry if AOC died.
Oh, dude,
That is what might possibly like cause systemic change.
Pornhub would crash from all the cum tributes. It would just be people coming on.
People coming on the newspaper announcing her death.
People coming on like her official like congressional photo that they use.
Yeah, anytime sweeties die, that's rough.
Oh, it's horrible, dude. You do not want AOC to go down.
It is funny that like of the people who died at the Capitol, it was like 20% sweeties.
Yeah, it was mainly chicks. Chicks and cops. Yeah, that one lady just got like that again, that's like the crazy thing about that is like it is like so much of it is just like buffoonery, and then like, meanwhile a woman is getting fucking like shot.
Yeah, she died like I've been playing you ever play The Hunter Call of the Wild?
No, I've heard of it.
She died like a deer where like you like shoot it and it starts running away and then like
and you're like, oh fuck. It wasn't a clean shot. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was all riled up on some shit. Yeah, dude. She was. Everybody was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder when the next one of those is going to be, because it seems to happen like it feels like we can count on something like that like every 4 or 5 months, right?
Yeah, definitely. Also, it's gonna be funny, like the documentary someday, like talking about that, like Woodstock, where it just cuts to some like old alt-right guy, and he's like, "You had to be there, man. It was a feeling."
You're absolutely right, dude. Yeah. Now that the Daily Caller is making movies, they're totally gonna put out like a boomer bait, fucking like Capitol Storm documentary.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, just Mr. Tambourine Man playing as that lady gets domed.
Oh fuck! That's so funny. It really was one of those things where it's like, this is gonna sound fucked up. Not like I want to be in it, but it's the same thing with 9/11, where it's like I do like wonder, it's like, what must it have been like to fucking be on the streets like while that was happening? Like that's gotta, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I feel like at this point our brains are so fucking wrecked from like being online, being depressed, COVID and everything. Like if I walked outside and I just saw 9/11 happen, I don't think I would react. I think I would like continue walking wherever I was going.
You'd probably take a picture with your phone and just like tweet it, just like, is anybody else seeing this? Like as the Warner Brothers Tower is in flames.
Yeah. Just be like, yeah, makes sense. All right, go to 7-Eleven, get my treats, go home. Oh man, I haven't been having any treats recently. It sucks.
Oh, you miss your treats?
Fucking suck. Well, really, I miss calories.
Calories or carbs?
I don't know. I mean, I'm eating like the correct macros mostly.
So you're saying you literally like you miss eating more?
Yeah, I miss eating more. Because I've been strictly doing 1,500 calories because I'm so fat.
I had a moment I was very happy with, where like the other day I had 2 pieces of frozen fish that it was like nice frozen fish, but I seasoned them, I cooked them in my roommate's air fryer, which I'm not supposed to do, but I will continue to do.
Yeah. You can't ban an appliance.
No, not if you put it out. Anyway, I'm sure he's outside my room right now. And I was like, I took them both out, so I was like, fuck it, I'll make both of them. and I ate like one and a half, and I got full. And normally I would force myself to finish because the food's on. And like I understand that this is wasteful, but also I was like, I shouldn't like I'm.
But it's
full.
already
Like,
wasted. You got to adjust that mindset.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, but yeah, like I'm full. My stomach actually hurts because it's full. I need to stop eating this, and I like took it out of my mouth and tossed it in the trash. Felt great. Felt really good.
Yeah. It's really hard to adjust to. Like I've just been logging my calories like before I even eat it. I put it in my app so that I know how much I'm going to eat. And it was much better today, but like I've been so fucking hungry. Like my head hurts every night when I go to bed because I'm so hungry.
Really?
But then the thing is, I wake up and I feel fine. It's like I'm not hungry anymore. I have like a small breakfast. I just eat like some cereal and almond milk.
Yeah. Well, dude, the hard cutoff at 8, because like my worst thing was like I've always been like a grazer. I would just fucking like chow like in the middle of the night. Even like here, I'd chow in the middle of the night. The hard cutoff at 8 has been like game changer. Because like now, when it gets to be around 7 o'clock, I'm just like I'm not hungry and I don't want anything to eat. And then like when I wake up the next day, I'm like feel great. Don't want to eat until around like 10. So like from 10 to 6 is when I do my eating, and it's nice. Feels good and clean.
Yeah, I need to eat first thing in the morning so that I can take my medicine.
Oh, good
Yeah,
point.
so I got like healthy Trader Joe's cereal and almond milk and like freeze dried blueberries,
Oh, that's a
and
good
I
breakfast, dude.
I eat that every morning. It's very nice. I didn't realize almond milk was good. No one told me.
It's great, dude.
Just tastes like milk. I thought certainly this sucks. It has to
almond
suck.
Dude, I fuck with have you tried like the ice cream substitutes like Oatly and shit, like the oat based ice cream? And
No,
there's
I
even,
mostly
like,
do frozen yogurt when I have a sweet tooth.
Frozen yogurt's better. Yeah, you're right. But there are like non-dairy, like low calorie alternatives if you like feel like treating yourself.
Yeah, the problem is I treated myself constantly for years. So trying to make up for that a little bit.
Well, that guy, it's crazy how many ideas I get from like mentally ill people on Twitter. But that guy that they always share in our Discord, Martin Cabello, the guy who thinks that like the sheriff's department in his town is like colluding to like repeatedly rape him while he's sleeping and stuff. But he's very healthy. And so I pay attention to his fitness tips and his skincare routine. That's where I got the aloe vera thing from. But he's super fit and he watches his calories and all this stuff. But on the weekend, he's able like once you get to a place where you're fit, you can permit yourself on the weekend to like indulge, I guess.
Yeah,
like junk food. And I'm like, okay, let's in a couple months I'm gonna try that. But the thing still is, every time I have like a piece of like a treat or like a piece of fast food that's like not shit that I made or like not organic, it's just like it's so insane how it tastes.
It's so much.
Realize,
it's so much better.
no, I like really can taste like how fucking fake it is, and it freaks
really?
me out. Yeah, it tastes too much. Like for the first, like you understand what people are saying when they're like, yeah, like food is not supposed to taste this good.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Yeah. I had a girlfriend in high school who she had a very utilitarian view of food. And at the time, I really like scoffed at her and was like, what do you think, you're better than us? They're like, she's like, I mean, food is good, but I mainly look at it as like a source of like nutrition and like vitamins and stuff. Like I don't like fetishize food. And this is when I was just eating like I would say, like I would have like Popeyes like twice a day. I would just go to different locations. They didn't judge me. And I would like look down at her like, what do you think you're
that part is weird to me.
Because you don't want to fucking like go to Popeyes, get lunch, and then like show back up at dinner time like, yes, I am a huge piece of shit.
What do you care? They don't know you.
At this point, they do. At this point,
You're like, oh no, I can't go back and see my friends.
Well, I mean, it feels like, it's like they give you looks where it's like, come on, man, we're worried about you. We're all talk. I work at Popeyes, and I don't eat as much Popeyes as you. Like, dude, my diet, like, I remember, like, one of the last girls I dated before I moved, like, when we first started dating, we were talking about, like, favorite foods and stuff. She's like, oh, yeah, my favorite food's pizza. And I was like, oh, she loves pizza. That's great. That means that we can just eat pizza every night. And I like ruined it for her. I ruined like she literally like she had to sit me down one night. Like we were fucking watching Game of Thrones, and I just like ordered a pizza without asking her. And she was like, She's like, "Did you order pizza?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's your favorite food." She goes, "Nick, we can't." She goes, "You can't eat pizza every night. You're 22 years old. This is not good for you." My diet was so bad, dude.
Yeah. you're just constantly eating like it's Home Alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember like I would save Taco Bell packets. Like when my buddy and I would go to Taco Bell, I would save Taco Bell packets, and I would get so stoned in my parents' basement. And like after they went to bed, I would like get stoned in the basement, like blow the smoke out the window. And then like at 1 o'clock at night, I would go upstairs and I would like toast 4 pieces of fucking like white bread. And I would get out like salami and cheese and turkey and just make, and no tomatoes, no vegetables, no nothing, just salami, cheese, turkey, like load these 2 crunchy ass pieces of bread up with meat and cheese. And then just like take like 3 sauce packets in each hand and just like drizzle them over the fucking sandwiches.
Oh my God.
I was like, this is good food. This is exactly what I want. I would eat like that all the time.
Oh man, the things like back when I used to drink, the things I would cook were just so depressing. I remember I would go to Dollar Tree, and they had 99-cent ribeye steaks. If you can imagine what if you can imagine what that entails.
What is the consistency of that steak like? Is it flaky? Is it rubbery?
It's very thin.
Okay.
It's like very thin. It's almost like it's like thicker than lunch meat, but not by a lot.
And
it's small. It's like small. And it comes in like a Ziploc bag almost.
Oh.
Like it's like a Lunchable steak. So I would get that out, cook that in the pan, and eat it with queso dip.
Oh God, dude.
And I would do that so much. I remember once I started doing it in the middle of like a party that we were having at my house, and everyone left. They were so bummed out. They just watched me do that, and they're like, "Brendan, you can't." And I'm just like fat as shit, just like blacked out, like, what? No, it's good. I'll make you one. I'm like trying to like offer it to people.
Do you remember? I remember one time I turned a girlfriend off so much. My parents were out of town, and she like came over to my house because I was there alone. And I think I got it from the Dollar Tree. They had these like cuts of pork. Do you remember these?
It's funny that like now I'm like poor and I don't do this.
Right.
Like then it was like I lived in like a really cheap town, had a bunch of roommates, my rent was like $300 a month.
Right. You could have been treating yourself well.
Yeah.
Well, I would get these. They had these like cuts of pork. I wish I could remember what they were called, but they're these like slabs of pork that have these little, like, I don't know if they're injected in or what, but they've got these little like nodules. It kind of looks like it's disease. It looks like it's got these like pus-filled zits all over it, but I guess they're full of cheese. And when you cook it, it like releases the cheese like into the pork or something. And
cheese pork, everyone knows the classic meal.
I have to look this up and see what it is, because it's literally, they're like little like cubes of fucking like cheese filling like embedded in the cut of meat.
Damn.
Which I don't even know how the fuck they do that.
They must put it there while the pig is alive. if I had to guess.
Well, this girl was over and I was like, "Oh, I'll cook you dinner." Did not ask what she wanted. And so I cooked up 2 slabs of fucking cheese pork.
I cannot visualize what this food is.
I'll look it up and like post it in the Reddit or something, because it looks kind of as weird as you would imagine. Like even when you cut into it and you see there are these like weird like porous like yellow I wish I could remember what the fuck it was called, but yeah, so like made this for this girl, like she said no, and then I ate it in front of her, and she was like visibly disgusted, like could not fucking believe it. And I also
Yeah.
cooked it wrong. It was like as tough as nails. I was like, like I was like slamming my elbow into the fucking dinner table trying to cut it. So just like yeah, like fairly new girlfriend, I invite her over. I'm like, it'll be a nice romantic weekend. Nobody, you know, like my parents are gone, and just like kick off the night in the most unhinged way possible. Just like
Just
cooking her weird
just
Dr.
eating-
Seuss meat.
Eating a fake food.
And getting like kind of insulted that she didn't want it. Like,
Yeah.
like I was acting like it didn't come out of like a frozen like I was indignant. I was like, oh, I mean, okay, it's fine. I just like made you dinner, but that's fine.
Oh man, all the shit I used to. God, I remember I used to eat Little Caesars wings. They don't sell wings anymore, I don't think.
Oh, they do.
They
Oh,
do?
They do. Yeah.
Okay, but they're different because I've had them since, and they're not what they were then. They came in like 12 different varieties.
Yeah. They only do one now. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like wet.
Dude, the
They
wings
used to
were
be
wet,
wet as hell.
and the crazy bread. So the
Yeah.
best thing at Little Caesars is the crazy bread.
Yeah.
It's the only time I know of that bread will give you diarrhea.
Dude, I used to get that all the time too. And whatever the fuck those like little the like sprinkle on it is,
Yeah.
it's like you're like, well, this isn't cheese and it's not salt, so I don't know what this is.
It's just like flavor crystals.
Yeah. Dude, I want that.
No, food's not supposed to taste like that, dude.
The thing about like when I'm in the mood for pizza though, like last time I wanted pizza, I got Little Caesars because it's like, you know, it's not worse than like Domino's or whatever.
If
Like pizza out here sucks anyway. So Little
The
Caesars is like probably my favorite pizza in California.
Little Caesars thin crust, it's the one I go with because it is indistinguishable from like Pizza Hut thin crust. And you're saving like fucking like, you know, $10 or $15 when you get it. Or if you go to Little Caesars instead of Pizza Hut. The wings at Little Caesars, I don't know like what I don't even know if there's like another kind of chicken that we don't know about that they get their wings from. But those, dude, the bones, it's like you
Yeah.
bite into it and the bones are like
They bite back. They're sharp.
Well, they're like soft. They're like semi-gelatinous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that, but then like and because of that they like will break pretty easy.
Yeah, splinter. You'll have
Yeah.
bones in your teeth.
Oh yeah. It's like they're slow cooking. It's like they have a big crock pot of wings. Because they're wet, but like not with the sauce. It's like these were sopping wet before they tossed them in the sauce.
The thing about Little Caesars though, apparently Little Caesars is like woke bay. Apparently, like they've historically like donated to a bunch of like civil rights causes and stuff. And apparently, like I think part of like the genesis.
Plus,
behind
it's
Little
positive Italian American representation.
Yeah. Well, isn't it?
The Little Caesar man.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yes, that I forget that Rome is in Italy. Rome just feels like it's somewhere else.
It
like,
does.
specifically just in the past. But yeah, and apparently like part of the idea behind Little Caesars was like the people who made it, like they wanted to make a fast food company that was like affordable for like low income working class people. Now they're still feeding you poison
Yeah.
for sure, but semi admirable.
And I will eat it again soon, let me tell you.
Yeah, once you're on your cheat day.
Once I am. Well, that's an hour. Should we go ahead and call this?
Yeah, man, this is a good app.
All right.
Good
Hell
talking
yeah.
to you, buddy. Oh wait, can I plug my episode of Forced Opinions really quick?
Yes, but then
Listen
plug again
to-
on the free episode this week.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll do it both. Yeah, I just did another episode of Forced Opinions with our buddy Tom Brink. It was super fun. So I think that's coming out tomorrow. And also, I was on Quick Hits in the Psychic Dolphin Garage. It was like me and a bunch of like it was like me and then just like communist organizers. So like they had this, and everybody was super funny.
What is the show?
Psyche Dolphin Garage is like a leftist, like communist, like current events podcast. Kelton,
and you're there just like, yeah, you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't have everything wrong.
Look, you know what?
Look, we don't need to make it a Jew thing. It's lasers. Doesn't matter whose they are.
Look, Brendan. You want to make sure you get a wide spectrum of opinions. Well, no, it's funny because like the one dude on there, like Maximilian Alvarez, like he's with all these news networks. He's a very impressive dude. He has an interview coming out with like it was, I think it's like the head of like the Baltimore Black Panther chapter who like just got out of jail. I was listening to some of his shit. He's a really interesting guy, but like he did his plug where he like plugs like all these like, you know, like crazy outreach programs that he's doing. He's doing like, he's got like a Marxist podcast. He does like interviews with like working class people, like why we need to raise minimum wage, why we need like Medicare for all this shit. And so he lists all that off. And then Kelton's like, all right, Nick, do you want to plug your podcast? I'm like, yeah, sure. I was like, yeah, I guess I'll talk about my sucking my own dick podcast after all that. But it was very fun. We all had to write like late night style jokes about current events. And so I got to flex some muscles that I haven't flexed in a minute.
Exciting.
So go check that out.
Hell yeah. All right. That is our show.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See you later, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo, heavy petting on a Friday night. That's talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh, that's right, it's time to fillet. No need to debate me. I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.